Hello, celery.
Hello, carrot.
Funny meeting you here.
We're vegetables on a plate of wings. What's funny about that?
Well, I'm sure I'll be dipped first.
Well, it is hell of a good dip. It starts with real milk and cream and not from oils or water.
Precisely why they love dipping carrots in it. Here comes the hen now. You see, carrots.
Say something, carrot.
Ow!
That never gets easier to watch.
Hell of a good won't improve your relationships, but it will improve anything you dip it in. Hell of a good dip. Not just good, hell of a good.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Is that Shakespeare?
Nope, it's Geico.
Yeah, that's Shakespeare from one of his unpublished works. Oh, it be not for awakening. Nay, giveth thou the berries. For 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
No, it's from Geico, because they help save people money.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but Geico got it from Shakespeare.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
The USA Radio Network presents the greatest radio programs of all time.
Jack Benny Program.
Look, Bud, I said your money or your life. I'm thinking it over.
Fibber McGee and Molly.
Straighten up that closet one of these days.
This is classic radio theater.
The Great Gildersleeve.
The Bob Hope Show. Transcribed direct from Hollywood.
Well, hello. Come right in. Oh, George, we've got company.
From Hollywood, the George Burns and Gracie Allen Show.
Now here's your host, Wyatt Cox.
Well, our friend Debbie loves Bob and Ray, and far be it from me not to let Debbie down, because Debbie's a sweetheart, and we appreciate her. Debbie, here you go, an episode of Matinee with Bob and Ray. Not a network show, but a local show. I believe it was. I've got to look up where it was originally broadcast. I'll do that while we're listening to this episode of Matinee and Bob with Bob and Ray, October 25th, 1948.
Matinee with Bob and Ray. One o'clock, and here again, the public service program called Matinee with Bob and Ray till 1:30.
Road weather conditions on the top of Mount Washington this morning.
The football game broadcast will start.
Speed limit was 15 miles an hour. The wind was blowing northwesterly in direction.
Music on the program is furnished by Ken Sturdley and William Green.
Let's not...
We might mention that William Green is featured with the Ruby Newman Orchestra, who's playing this week in Death Valley.
They're doing a big split week out there.
No, how about that character panning himself off as William Green?
Well, you know, I came across some information over the weekend. I met several people, and they said, what do you have for music on the show? And I said, Ken and Bill. I said, Bill who? I said, Bill Green. They'd never heard of him. But when I said William Green...
Oh, yes.
That's the name he goes by.
Oh, yeah, Fat William.
Fat Billy, they call him.
Yeah, but they don't dare call it to him when he's at the Somerset.
No, they don't.
Mm-mm.
No, sir, they're very
We might mention that William Green is flying to London to do a performance.
William Green hopes he's flying to London. He doesn't know yet.
No, that's a real fact. Can you imagine the poor British having to send over here to get a character like that to come
when
and play
they've got Reggie Goff.
I know it. They have Reggie Goff. They have Reggie Goff, and they have Vera Lynn, and
they have Flanagan and Allen.
And yet they have to send to America for Green.
For Ruby, Newman, and Green. Right. Is Ruby going with you, too? Uh-huh.
Say, I was some northeaster.
You can hang your stocking down underneath the orchard.
Over the weekend. I had a rather nasty time batting down the hatch as I was up.
I did, too, down at my ocean place.
I was on my boat over the weekend, Bob.
On your what?
My yacht, and, boy, I certainly ran into a rough sea.
Well, it was rather rough, and...
I had an awful time getting it back on a dry dock this morning. But fortunately, it's there, and I made work.
You have to get up a little bit earlier this morning, did you, to get in here?
Yeah, and drive in. Be careful. By the way, I'd like to take this time to speak about the hazard of wet leaves.
All right.
It's a hazard.
We had a lot of late entries arrive in our big contest this morning.
We might mention that we had some that came a little too late, too.
Yeah, they just weren't in the running, that's all.
We said if it was after midnight Sunday, we wouldn't consider them, and We haven't.
Midnight Saturday, we said.
Midnight Saturday, I'm sorry. Yeah.
However, all of you who did get them in under the deadline, the judges are working fast and furiously to find the winner, whom we'll announce on Wednesday.
Yeah, and just as soon as Bob and I decide the winner, we'll let you know.
And then on Friday night, that's the big night, we have a lot of honorable mentions. I thought maybe you'd like to say something about that, Ray.
Yes, had we had extra prizes, a $500 bond would have gone out to Stephen Sturdley of Jamaica Plain for his fine entry.
And had we been giving away Cadillacs, we had 5 people who wrote such nice letters that they would have received a Cadillac if we'd been giving them one.
A Westinghouse electric blanket would have been awarded, if we had it, to a fine letter that was submitted from Concord.
A Westinghouse laundromat would have gone to Mrs. C.H. Sturdley in Wilmington if we'd been giving those away.
Thanks a lot, but we have so many more that we might have given away that we don't have time to go into
a list of the prizes that we might have sent out had we been giving any for second place and so forth will be sent upon receipt of a self-addressed stamp.
Hey, well, the political campaign is coming down to the last stretch,
yes,
and
sir,
we thought we'd go into the whole thing from top to bottom and square you away on it, friends, today.
You'll be hearing a lot of political broadcasts from now until November 2nd, and we thought that we'd give you a little insight on what you might look for in listening to these political programs so that you won't be completely unknowing when you do hear them. You'll hear some on this station, I presume.
I imagine so.
A few other things you can look for are the politicians who make speeches and are introduced by the announcer. They've had a half an hour to 3/4 of an hour, for instance, to clear their throats, and it usually goes now that we present the Honorable J. Edgar Sturdley, candidate for congressman in the 4th District, who will speak to you for the next 5 minutes in the interest of so-and-so. Congressman Sturdley.
Thank you.
He always waits until the introduction before he clears his throat.
Thank you, and hello.
And then there's always the one. There's always the one who runs short. He comes into the studio and has a big pile of papers, and the announcer speaks to him beforehand. And yes, you use this microphone right here, sir.
Yes.
How long do you expect to speak? Your script there. You have how many pages?
I have 14 pages, and
I should run just about.
I can read a page in about a minute.
All right,
I'm on for how long again?
14 minutes and a half.
Yeah, would you run out and give me some water, please?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So you go out and get him some water, come back, put him on the air. 6 minutes, he's all through. And you'll have to fill with...
with that. And just imagine.
Then, of course, is the... All right, that's enough, Phil. Then there's the one that always runs over. He tells you he has 7 minutes.
And furthermore...
yeah, all right, sir.
When you march to the polls on November 2nd...
You have been listening to the Honorable...
We want you to exercise your franchise...
And then he gets going faster and faster.
Vote the straight line.
You have been listening to the Honorable J. Edgar Sturdley.
So long as I have a few moments remaining.
And he just keeps on going. So,
he runs right into some other program, which is usually a swell thing, because that program is usually not worth hearing.
No, it's usually a program of organ reveries, which starts out like this.
The facilities of this time have been purchased by the Organ Reveries for Sturdley Campaign Committee. Organ Reveries will be number 5 on the ballot. All right.
Ken Wilson now plays the number 1 instrumental hit across the nation.
Madam Hortense. Excuse me,
yeah.
Got a late wire here.
Oh, so I think...
There's a willow party going at that neck tree.
You mean a necktie party down at the willow tree?
Reckon we ought to get going.
I suppose we should.
Give us Southwest music.
Did it take you all that time to remember how Pony Boy was? The 2 old characters are pulling up in front of a deserted mining town. They rein up their horses, and one says to the other,
I hate to be bringing up some bad news and like that.
What is it, Spike?
This is Indian territory.
Hey, I didn't know that.
Well, turn around here. I'll take that arrow out of your back.
Yeah. Boy, we're mighty tough out here. I never felt that.
We have to be tough to live this life. There ain't no law.
Well, wait a minute. I know why I never felt that arrow.
Why not?
Got a rubber plunger on the end of it.
Oh, by gosh, you're right.
That ain't no arrow.
That's
a toy. Some kid. Yeah, we better make a thorough search of the town.
You want to go get that kid and teach him a lesson?
I suppose we ought to. We're pretty rough. We'd probably lick him.
I reckon we ought to go beat him to a pulp.
Yeah, let's ride.
Teach these kids.
Let's ride.
You ride, I'll walk along beside you here.
All right. You can't walk as fast as I can ride, though.
Oh, I got a bad cold. I ain't gonna ride no horse today.
I'm getting one. I'm going to rein up here.
Hold up, steady. Hey, look over yonder.
What's that?
Over by the... What's that? The El Roya?
You mean that chick over by the chuck wagon?
Yeah. Hold up. Hand me my glasses.
Yeah.
Not those glasses. The ones in my eyes.
Oh.
Let's see. Yeah. It is.
What is it?
It's Alabama Al.
What's he doing out here?
He's out here for Ulysses S. Grant. He's been assigned to pick us up.
Somehow I can't believe that.
Why?
Because it ain't true.
What do you mean?
You're just making it up as you go along.
No, really, that's what he's doing out here.
No, it ain't either.
What do you mean, Bob? I'm reading this script and you go ahead and do a thing like that.
I couldn't get into the feel of the part today.
Today would be a good day to go down to the sea in ships.
Well, I don't know.
You want to get down to the sea in ships?
Well, I think we should let our first guest have a few words here, right? Before we do anything, don't you?
All right, let's bring him up.
Because time is fleeting away, and with each passing second, history is being made.
Bob Elliott and Ray Goulding, Matinee with Bob and Ray from October 25th, 1948 on Classic Radio Theater.
Okay, some good news during a challenging time for everybody, and this could really help. You may know hundreds of thousands of people have already made the switch to MediShare, which is the affordable alternative to health insurance. And with so many people looking at how they pay for healthcare right now, seeing premiums going up or the cost of COBRA plans, MediShare has a special offer and a lot of people are taking advantage of it. Simply apply by October 30th and they will waive your new member fee. That's $170 savings. And of course, that's just a start. The typical family saves $500 a month after making the switch. MediShare is a Christian community that has shared over $4 billion in medical bills, and it's worked beautifully for decades. I'll give you the number here in a second, and if you call, you can get a price within 2 minutes. Just tell them the promo code SHARE to get your additional savings. Here it is. Call 833-34-BIBLE. That's 833-34-BIBLE. 833-34-BIBLE.
You know, for 3 years you've heard me talking about how my MyPillow has gotten me a better night's sleep. Mike Lindell has invented a MyPillow for the rest of my body. The MyPillow mattress topper will help you get some of the best sleep of your life. It's a 3-layer design, including MyPillow foam for support, transitional foam to help relieve pressure points, and ultra-soft patented temperature-regulating cover. Why buy one of those big, expensive beds when you can get a MyPillow mattress topper and get a great night's sleep? 10-year warranty, 60-day money-back guarantee, made in the USA. And yes, it's washable and dryable. Find out more. Go to MyPillow.com, click on the radio listener special, and use my promo code USA, or call 1-800-951-8175, and you can save up to 66% on anything on the MyPillow website. MyPillow.com, promo code USA.
Our world has changed. When you venture out of your home, face coverings are the new normal. But the kind you use really matters because not all offer the same protection, and we all want the best protection from dangerous particles and bacteria. A highly recommended consumer covering is the Boomer Naturals 30-Day, 30-Use Protective Face Cover in sizes for adults and children. Made with 3 cloth layers infused with nano-silver technology, it can reduce particles getting to your nose and mouth. Many studies show how effective nano-silver technology is when used in face coverings. It's also very comfortable, easy to breathe and speak with, and it's made for long-wear, breathable protection, even for those with sensitive skin. These face covers can be used up to 30 days. Just hand wash with soap and water at the end of each day of use. Boomer makes these very affordable at less than 30 cents a day. So stock up now for the whole family at boomernaturals.com. Use code WARRADIO20 at checkout and save 20%. Get free shipping and handling when you spend $50. That's code WARRADIO20 when you shop at boomernaturals.com.
Classic Radio Theater on your favorite station. I was totally wrong. I was going to say where I thought Bob and Ray started from. Turns out they started off on WHDH in Boston at 8:50 a.m. The radio station started out with Bob and Ray both doing their own things, and they eventually just teamed up. And it was a lot of fun there. Let's listen to more of... from WHDH, I was going to say WBZ, but I would have been totally wrong. WBZ had some great people there, but nobody that made anywhere near the impact as Bob and Ray did. Back to October 25th, 1948. More, the Matinee with Bob and Ray on Classic Radio Theater.